Do you know why the war horses of the Hussars were like killing machines? Hussars' enemies couldn't believe that a horse could continue attacking after the rider's death, or kill with its hooves. They couldn't believe their eyes when they saw that these horses could dodge arrows or return to camp on their own without a rider. Today, I'll tell you about the war horses of the Hussars. You'll learn what they were capable of, how much they endured, and why they cost as much as a modern tank today. The Hussar horses were known for their incredible ability to perform a fast and powerful charge, which could break through enemy lines. At that time, no other formation could do this. This is what made them unique. They were trained to reach maximum speed over short distances. The Hussars used this tactic to cause panic and chaos among their opponents. The strength of their charge was often decisive in many battles. They could reach speeds of up to 50 kilometers per hour, allowing the Hussars to launch lightning-fast attacks and make rapid maneuvers. These horses were incredibly agile and could change direction quickly. The value of a Hussar horse with full armor in the 17th century, equivalent to several years' income of a nobleman, can be compared to the cost of a modern T-72 tank, which is just over $1 million. The Hussar horses were so brave and noble that they played a key role in maintaining the morale of the Hussars. Their presence and readiness to fight gave the riders courage. This made the Hussars treat them not as ordinary animals, but as partners in battle, which strengthened the bond between horse and rider. High morale was crucial for success on the battlefield. A Hussar felt that with such a horse he could do anything. Can you imagine? These horses knew various battle commands, but they could also respond to sound signals such as trumpets and drums, which allowed coordination without shouting orders amid the noise of battle. They were trained to use defensive techniques such as dodging arrows and evading attacks. They could quickly react to threats and protect their riders from danger. These techniques were the result of intense training and the horse's natural instincts. They were crucial for the survival of the Hussars on the battlefield. The horses also knew offensive techniques. One of them was killing enemies with their hooves. At a time when horses were typically used only for riding or as a source of meat, the Hussars' horses wore their own armor. It protected them from arrows and sword cuts. The armor could include a breastplate, headgear, and leg protectors. It was made from lightweight but durable materials, so it wouldn't restrict the horse's movements. This armor was expensive and required regular maintenance. The Hussar horses were often wounded in battle, but they were so well trained and fierce that they ignored the pain and continued the charge. Many of them had numerous scars as proof of their bravery. They were like intelligent killing machines. The wisdom of the Hussar horses still seems incredible today. Would you believe they were so well trained that they could continue to act independently after the death of their rider? And yet we have historical accounts that these horses could continue the attack without a rider. They could return to camp on their own or kill enemies with their hooves. This ability was the result of intense training and the horse's intelligence. They were known for their intuitive ability to anticipate the enemy's moves. They often reacted to threats before the rider even noticed them. This ability was a result of intense training and the horse's natural instincts. This allowed the Hussars to more effectively avoid traps and attack the enemy. The Hussars treated their horses with extraordinary care and respect, much like today's biggest dog lovers treat their pets. However, this was rare in those days. Hussar horses were regularly washed, groomed, and massaged to maintain their health and fitness. The Hussars ensured their horses lived in comfortable and safe conditions. The bond and trust between rider and horse were key to their effectiveness in battle. The techniques used to train Hussar horses were secrets passed down from generation to generation. Training included psychological, physical, and tactical elements. Hussar trainers used unique methods that ensured the horse's maximum effectiveness. This knowledge was closely guarded and highly valued. These horses were known for their lightning-fast response to the rider's commands. Thanks to intense training, they reacted immediately to signals and orders. This ability allowed the Hussars to perform quick maneuvers and avoid dangers. These horses were not only strong, but also incredibly agile. They were trained to perform complex tactical maneuvers during battles. This included sudden turns, changes in speed, and formation shifts. Such flexibility allowed the Hussars to respond quickly to changing battle conditions. This allowed them to effectively attack and avoid dangers. They often carried extra equipment, including weapons and supplies. They were equipped with special bags and saddlebags that allowed them to carry a large amount of gear. This increased their combat value, making the Hussars more self-sufficient. Thanks to this, they could endure longer campaigns without the need for constant resupply. They were fed a special diet that increased their endurance and strength. The diet included high-quality hay, oats, and other nutritious ingredients. It was tailored to the horse's intense physical exertion. Thanks to proper nutrition, the horses were able to maintain their performance at a high level. The Hussar horses could quickly adapt to changing battle conditions. They were able to adjust their behavior depending on the situation on the battlefield. This ability was the result of intense training and the horse's intelligence. Thanks to this, the Hussars could flexibly respond to the enemy's moves. They could also jump over obstacles, which was useful during battles. They could leap over ditches, fences, and other terrain obstacles. This ability increased their mobility. The Hussars mainly used eastern breeds of horses, such as Arabians and Turks, which were known for their endurance and speed. These breeds were valued for their ability to make quick maneuvers on the battlefield. Their endurance allowed them to survive long marches and intense clashes. Thanks to this, the Hussars had a mobility advantage over their opponents. The horses were carefully selected to ensure the best combat traits. The selection process involved evaluating the horse's endurance, speed, and temperament. The chosen horses had to undergo intense training. So, they were capable of working in all terrain conditions, from mountain paths to swamps and plains. They were prepared for the various obstacles and challenges they might encounter on the battlefield. Their ability to adapt was key to the success of the Hussars. Hence, they operated in groups, which increased their effectiveness in battle formations. They were accustomed to close contact with other horses and riders. Such cooperation was crucial for the success of the Hussars' charges. Thanks to this, the Hussars could act as a cohesive team. That's all for this video. Thank you for your attention, and I invite you to watch the next ones. You can see one of them right here on the right.